Okay, Jimmy Williams, tell me about this burn ban that they've been put in force.
Well, the Commissioners Court just ordered a burn ban this morning. They reviewed all the statistics over the weekend, and we have enacted a burn ban, which basically will affect the residential burning of limbs and leaves, and that ban will be in effect for 30 days. All other burning, such as residential trash burning, commercial land clearing debris burning, that's prohibited year-round by state law in most cases. But this burn ban will specifically is targeted toward anyone who might be burning limbs, leaves, anything like that when they're cleaning up their yard. So again, it's going to be in effect for 30 days. We'll continue to monitor the weather conditions, and as soon as we get some significant rainfall, we'll be able to take that ban down.
This weekend had a couple of fires, but they were very, very minor fires.
We did have an uptick. We expect that every year around New Year's and July 4th. We had a number of fireworks-related fires. Most of these fires occurred in late evening, early evening hours, up until around midnight. We saw the humidity increase. So the high humidity levels, most of these fires were very small, quickly contained. We have dozens of manned stations all around the county, so our firefighters were very quick to respond and able to quickly mitigate all the fires that we had this weekend. Very few that we had were related to outdoor burning. The vast majority of the fires this weekend, again, about 3 dozen altogether, were related to fireworks, and that was out of 1,000 emergency calls across the county for all types of emergencies, the rescues, motor vehicle accidents. Again, a busy weekend for our firefighters, about 1,000 calls for service, but only about 35 of those were actually for wildfires or grass fires related to fireworks.
Now, July 4th is over with. There's still some residual fireworks. This does not include those fireworks. I mean, you don't need to be calling 911 for, hey, someone's blowing fireworks off down the street.
Well, it's important to understand that the burn ban that commissioners have placed in effect today only talks about outdoor disposal burning. It doesn't affect grilling outdoors or fireworks. There are some people that may still have some fireworks left over. Fireworks sales stopped last night at midnight. However, some people are still going to have fireworks for the next few days. What we'd ask is, if you haven't had rainfall in your area, just save those fireworks, hold off on shooting them. Most everybody got to shoot fireworks last night. Hold off for a few more days. We've got a chance of rainfall in the forecast. It's not very good, but if you do get some rainfall in your area, you can have those fireworks. Save them for a later date when the conditions are a little better.
Now, Montgomery County, unlike most of the other counties, already has not really a burn ban, but burn laws in effect. Kind of explain that burn law that's been in effect for years.
Montgomery County is unique. In the state of Texas, we're the only county that has a restriction on residential trash burning. And that's the most problematic type of burning for wildfires. Something can pop, something explodes in that trash fire, and that's how embers get out. So we see that as a major cause, and we've been able to ban that for essentially since the late 2000s under state law. And again, that's only in Montgomery County. So you'll see a lot of the counties around us will have to put a burn ban in place to actually restrict trash burning. That's one of the ways, one of the reasons we don't have to put one on quite as quickly as some of the other areas, because we already have that ban year-round against residential trash burning.
Compare this to our 2011 wildfires. Completely different statistic, or basically weather patterns.
Our weather pattern is different. We are dry. We're not as dry as we were in 2011. With another month or two of dry conditions, we could reach those same levels. But what we're seeing now is we have a lot higher humidity, lower winds, so the fires that we're having are not growing very large. When we saw in 2011, not only did we have the worst drought we've had in recent history, but we had a tropical event. A storm went into Louisiana. We were on the dry side of that storm. We saw 30 and 40 mile an hour winds that were very dry from the north. Our humidity dropped. That's why we had the major wildfires. We don't have those conditions today. Again, this burn ban today that the Commissioners Court enacted was really out of an abundance of caution, just to eliminate the very last thing that could be. But our biggest concern the last few days has obviously been fireworks. We saw that, with the fireworks being shot last night, hopefully most of that is over with. And again, our best advice would be, if you have some leftover fireworks, hold on to them for a future date when the conditions are better, and have another display then. when it's not as much risk of starting a fire.
Now, what about land clearing operations, commercial type land clearing operations? Do they fall into this or not?
Land clearing operations are a problem that we have. We're a developing county, and under the state air quality regulations, a commercial land clearing operation or anybody clearing their property to be developed, that land clearing debris must either be taken to a disposal or recycling site, it can be mulched, or it can be incinerated on site, but only if you do it in a pit following all the state air quality regulations, which includes having a licensed air curtain incinerator, a trench burner on that location. That allows you to burn it without generating a lot of smoke, and it keeps all the debris inside the pit. So we see a lot of contractors cutting corners, burning that land clearing debris on the surface of the ground, and that creates a fire risk that, again, that's prohibited year round. So those are some of the problems that we see during these times of drought. Those are our issues that we have to deal with quite a bit.
And we're looking at 30 days now on this burn ban.
Yes, 30 days, unless we extend it in the future. We can remove it if we get significant rainfall. We have a chance of rain in the forecast, but it's not widespread, and you know, we're going to continue to monitor, and we'll pull it as quickly as we can and when it's safe to do so.
For future rainfall or increased rain activity, my understanding is they're not. We don't have any pending storms or tropical depressions or anything like that coming through the shuttle right now.
We were supposed to get 4 to 6 inches last week. So
I was gonna say, if I can interrupt, I mean, we're not, gonna forecast the weather here. I don't think we did a bad job last time. We looking, and, the irony is you coming in here today and talking about dumpster fires when we just dealt with one at the courthouse is not lost on me. But, I think the message is, do we want a burn ban or not?
I think that, and I'll make the motion, we put a burn ban in place that goes
Second.
according to our 30 days. We have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Done deal.
Thank you.
We appreciate you
certainly
guys so
support
much.
that, and I think it will help a little bit. Hopefully it'll help. We'll use it as another awareness tool. Hopefully folks will be a little more cautious until we get some rainfall.
All right, we appreciate that so much. Thank you.